That's actually what I wanted to touch on. So this idea that the view of Jesus has evolved from the Synoptic Gospels to the Gospel of John, right? And so let's actually go into that. So you're saying that in John, it seems that there's really a high view of Christ, like that gives him divinity, but you don't really see this in the Synoptic Gospels. So Sam, I know you want to touch on this, man. I know you burn it.
Remember, he said Synoptic Gospel, so I don't want him now to change his argument because you're recorded. So you're going to be honest and consistent. Synoptic means Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Now, for me to show you that you haven't studied the Synoptics, which is why you made that comment, I have to first know, because I don't know if you're a Sunni Muslim, Shia Muslim, or Quran-only Muslim. What are you? So I can show you why you have not studied the Synoptic Gospels.
Yeah, so I'm Sunni Muslim, the majority, 90% of Muslims are Sunni. Yeah.
That's all I need to know. Because I'm going to show you from the Quran and your hadith that what Jesus said about himself in the Synoptics proves that he's your Allah. For example, if you read Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 210, according to the Quran, who comes in the shadows of the clouds with the angels on the day of judgment?
What do they look for? But that God shall come to them in the clouds, and in the clouds, the shadows, and the angels. The matter is determined, and unto God all matters are returned.
Now, the context here, so the people who don't know the Quran understand that the Jews are pretty much telling the Muslims, you will await for Allah to decide, because Arabic could use the term Allah, who is wrong, who is right. So then the response is, oh, so you're waiting for the time that God will come in the shadows of the clouds with the angels? Well, when that happens, then the matter is settled. To show you that the Quran agrees that it's Allah who's coming to judge, read for him chapter 89, verses 21 to 23.
No, indeed, when the earth is ground to powder, and your Lord comes, and the angels, rank on rank, and Gehenna is brought out, upon that day man will remember, and how shall the reminder be for him?
It says Allah comes in the shadow clouds with the angels, and on that day it is your Lord who comes with the angels on that day, meaning the day of judgment. Now, one hadith Qudsi, that's why I asked if you're Sunni. If not, we would have
Yeah.
Open up that hadith. I sent it to you in private chat. Hadith Qudsi, narrating from Muslim.
On the authority of Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, who said that the messenger of Allah said, Allah will say on the day of resurrection, O son of Adam, I fell ill, and you visited me not. He will say, O Lord, and how should I visit you when you are the Lord of the worlds? He will say, did you not know that my servant so-and-so had fallen ill and you visited him not? This is crazy, Sam. I've never seen this before.
Wow. Come on, buddy. I've done shows with you showing you how to prove from the Quran Jesus claimed to be God in Synoptics. Go rewatch your own stuff, homie. Go keep going.
Did you not know that had you visited him, you would have found me with him? O son of Adam, I asked you for food and you fed me not. He will say, O Lord, and how should I feed you when you are the Lord of the world? He will say, did you not know that my servant so-and-so asked for food and you fed him not? Did you not know that had you fed him, you would surely have found that with me, the reward of doing so with me? O son of Adam, I asked you to give me drink and you gave me not to drink. He will say, O Lord, how should I give you to drink when you are the Lord of the world? He will say, my servant so-and-so asked you to give him drink, and you gave him not to drink. Had you given him to drink, you would have surely found that with me. It was also narrated by Muslims.
Hadith. So I want everyone to see what Allah is going to say on the day of judgment. When you fed my servant, you were feeding me. Now let's see where Muhammad took this from. Go to Matthew 25, Synoptic Gospel. He took words of Jesus and put in the mouth of Allah, because that's what Jesus said he's going to do when he comes to judge everyone, including Muhammad. Matthew 25, 31 to 46.
All right. So the final judgment. When the Son of Man comes in his glory, the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the angels with him, then he will sit on his glorious throne. Before him will be gathered all the nations, and he will separate people one from another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And he will place the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right.
I want you to highlight Jesus speaking. So he sits on a glorious throne on the day of judgment, right?
That's right.
And all the nations are gathered before him, the Son of Man, not the Father.
That's right.
And they will acknowledge he's the king, Malik Yawm-ad-Din, he's the king of that day, right?
That's right.
Now, what are they going to say to him? What he's going to say to them? Keep reading. I want him to catch this.
Then the king will say to those on his right, come, you who are blessed by my Father.
Emphasize that. Jesus is now referring to his Father, God,
Mhm.
my Father. So there's no doubt the Son of Man is the Son of God, right, Avery?
That's correct.
Okay, keep reading.
Inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. Then the righteous will answer him, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, thirsty and give you drink? When did we see you a stranger and welcome you? When did we see you naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and visit you? And the king will answer them, truly, I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of these, my brothers, you did it to me.
Now, the second part's where you're going to see where Muhammad took Jesus's words and put it in Allah's mouth. Now, but before you caught where they called Jesus Lord, Rabb, on the day of judgment?
Yep.
Okay, now what does Jesus say to those on the left? Now, guys, pay attention where Muhammad got these words that he said Allah spoke. Now, here you're going to see where he got them. Keep going.
All right. It says, then he will say to those on his left, depart from me, you cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me no food. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you did not welcome me. Naked, and you did not clothe me. Sick and in prison, and you did not visit me. Then they will also answer, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty, or a stranger or naked or sick in prison, and did not minister to you? Then he will answer them, saying, truly I say to you, as you did not do it to one of the least of these, you did not do it to me.
Right. Did we read that somewhere? Was that in Hadith Qudsi? Where
that was in Hadith? Hey, Dave. Hey, Sam. That was right here in Hadith Qudsi. Right here. He will say, my servant so-and-so asked you to give him drink, and you gave him not to drink. Had you given him drink, you would have surely found that with me.
So now I want 007 explain. Why did Allah speak like Jesus? Why does he sound like Jesus?
So basically what Allah is doing in this scenario here is very specific, very clear. He's giving the example to the Jewish people, all right? And he's telling them, do you want me, okay? Or like, are you waiting, are you like looking at me to come to you and you know, with the angels from the sky? So he's not like telling them, I'm gonna come.
Yeah, you're not answering the question, 007. We can preach here and pretend you're answering.
No.
You admit, according to chapter 89, 21, 23, that it is Allah who will come with the angels. Chapter 89, 21, 23. Yes, reread it.
It's not he's gonna come.
21, 23 for him.
I think that the best way we can go on this conversation is, you know, I allow you to talk, then I can talk. Like, you know, I mean, it's a 50-50.
007, do me a favor. You're stuttering now. You're getting nervous. It's very easy to answer a question that I asked you, because I know what Muslims like to do. They like to filibuster. According to chapter 89, 21, 23, if I open up Ibn Kathir and Surah Al-Baqarah, it's going to cause you problems. Let me ask the question simply. You read 89, 21 and 23. It's about the day of judgment when your Lord will come with angels.
Yeah.
You denying this?
Yeah, of course.
You are denying it?
Of course. Allah is never going to come down to earth. Never.
Okay, let me open up Ibn Kathir, because now see we're going to play the patty cake. So on the day of judgment, who's going to judge mankind? Your Muhammad or Allah?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
And so in 89, 21, 23, when your Lord comes to judge, is he going to judge? Yes or no?
So in the day of judgment, yeah, of course, Allah is going to judge. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what 89, 21, 23 is talking about. And when your prophet says on the day of judgment, your Allah is going to say, you didn't feed me, because when you saw my servant so-and-so and you didn't feed him, you would see I was with him. Why is he talking like Jesus? Because that's what Jesus said Jesus is going to do. Let me make it easy.
Yeah.
According to your Quran, will a prophet sit on a throne to judge the nations and determine whether they go to hell or heaven, or is that Allah?
Allah, of course.
You just proved Jesus is God, because if you paid attention, Matthew 25, what did Jesus say? Who will sit on the throne and judge all nations, judge your prophet and you?
Sam. In the Bible, okay, which is, as I told you, it's corrupted. There is a lot of contradiction, which I'm not saying this as an insult. I'm not saying this as an insult.
Al-Masihu Akbar. Didn't I say when I quote the Synoptic Gospels, you're going to say it's corrupted? But remember, you said Synoptic Gospels. Al-Masihu Akbar, Jesus is over Allah. He just ran to corruption when he got buried by the Synoptic Gospels.
No.
That's what I said you're going to do.